Hello everyone, and yeah, welcome to another Details Miss Small Things video regarding Hogwarts Legacy. Today we're going to be covering some more of the classroom and particularly teacher stuff and all that. It's mostly going to be just correspondence and like extra bits and stuff in between that like you discover, but I thought it was still relevant. I thought it was still cool because the correspondence reveals more about them and is a small token of a reward of world building because you manage to get into like areas like the teachers' quarters or further into locked places in their classrooms and stuff like that. So yeah, I just wanted to show you what I've discovered some more about our faces at Hogwarts. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. And we're starting actually with Professor Binns again. If you remember Professor Binns, that's the one from both the Hogwarts Legacy game and from the Harry Potter movies that's putting everyone to sleep. The history teacher that's become a ghost and just drones on and on and on. Well, it turns out if you actually lockpick what I believe is his bedroom, you'll actually just come across, or his study, you actually just come across mountains and mountains of books, like everywhere, which kind of explains also why he's so well knowledge in all this stuff, because about his goblin rebellions and all that, but also why he's so focused on the nuances. He probably spends all his time either lecturing or just reading up on it again. And you'll actually find the letter about this that Professor Ronin makes out. If you recall, Professor Ronin is the charms professor that's all about fun and stuff, that he kind of like is suggesting like, maybe you should try a different teaching approach and stuff so that people don't fall asleep in your class, which I thought was a funny one because it's like the two polar opposites of teachers in the game. The next one is going to be some sort of conspiracy, well not conspiracy, but just some sort of plot line very interestingly, and I found it when I was going through the Transfiguration class near Mrs. Weasley. I also lockpicked it, which she didn't seem to mind all that much. But yeah, I lockpicked it and looked a bit around in her study. And I also found this letter saying that, in correspondence with the Minister of Magic in London, saying that he's delighted to hear so many 7th years have taken an interest in that line of work. And it's not just, with Professor Weasley that like this correspondence or links with the ministry has been going on. If you actually speak to, obviously Professor Sharp is an aura that that I've mentioned in the other one, and the fact that like he was still contracted to kind of do aura work with Borgin and Burks and all that, but also someone like Professor Hecat, which you kind of get to meet is not as old as she seems, and then she also reveals something great about specifically that she also works for the ministry.
I can tell you, however, that I did once admonish a certain Phineas Nigellus Black for enjoying a sugar quill during a lecture.
I hadn't realized that you and Professor Black were, students here together.
Appearances can be deceiving. You see, I was once wounded by time itself. It was the risk I took with my prior position. You may or may not have heard that I was an unspeakable at the ministry for years.
An unspeakable? What does...
As you might suspect, I cannot speak about what we did.
That and everything paired with like how Professor Black also has constant dealings with the ministry and is taking Professor Fig with him to go to the ministry and stuff like that, and like seems to be close there. It's just like the ministry might have been completely different in the time of Hogwarts Legacy compared to Harry Potter. In Harry Potter, it seems like a lot of people, especially people at Hogwarts like Dumbledore and all that, seems a bit disillusioned with the ministry as far as I can recall. And like, it seems like the ministry is also a little bit more of a power-hungry thing in Harry Potter, where it's also a bit more kind of corrupt and all that. You can see it from the scenes as the movies also progress towards like Order of the Phoenix, Deathly Hallows and all that. And then we move on to the next one, which is actually more of the teacher's quarters. Now, the teacher's quarters is the faculty tower, which you only really unlock once you do the quest line of Mr. Moon getting the demiguise statues. But once you have it unlocked, you can walk around and laze about a bit, and you actually come across teacher's quarters. And I want you guys to try and guess whose is whose based on what you see inside. Now, the first one is a little bit difficult, I will admit. It doesn't really give away all that much, but if you lockpick the bedroom and you wander around a bit, you'll see a few messy clothes draped over a chair, kind of like a semi-partially made bed and all that. But yeah, you do get this letter on the desk, so take your fun and guess this in. This is Professor Fig's bedroom, which can be given away by like the letter of his wife near his bedside, which shows he still cares for his wife, obviously that has passed and stuff, but also that he always seems to be leaving in a hurry. That's kind of like the semi-partially made bed and the kind of clothes that are just thrown over a chair and all that. So yeah, the second one should be a little bit easier. Not really a letter here or anything that reveals too much, but I pretty much assume you guys know exactly who this is based on the decor of the whole room and that. So yes, this is Mrs. Garlick's room, of course, the herbology professor that everyone sumps over. Also, speaking about her, when you go to the trophy room inside of Hogwarts, you'll actually notice one of the biggest trophies lying around is the herbology trophy for excellence or something like that. And you actually read this plaque and it will commend Mirabelle Garlick in 7th year that did so well with the herbology and all that. But yeah, it's the only plaque I've ever seen in the whole trophy room, so that just kind of sums up the way that they treat Mrs. Garlick in this game, and like obviously how the fan base treats us. So yeah. Next room, it's a little bit of a starry filled room in that, but it should be simple to guess once you see that crystal ball on the table. This is of course Professor Onai, who is Natty Onai's mother. You'll also get a bit of a giveaway here with the letter, which again is someone from Ouagadougou, where Natty and her mother came from, talking about like how life still is there and that they are missed and everything, and that they hope things are going well at Hogwarts. But it's also kind of a nice touch that you get this painting of a supposed savannah, which obviously Ouagadougou is in Uganda, and obviously this is the type of scenery you'll see in Uganda, Tanzania, Kenya and all that with the Serengeti migration and all that. So I thought this was a really nice touch. I like that touch in the thing. You also find some secrets about adventure books here, which might have been purchased for Natty and I when she moved over to Hogwarts in the bedroom. But yeah, more nice touches. Last bedroom really you can see is like one filled with fun stuff and all that. And if you listen to the first part of the video, obviously this kind of is given away as Professor Ronin's room. There's also like the first I've ever seen it, an upside down painting here, which kind of just, I think it's more with his personality that he is a kind of a carefree person, all about fun and all that, given by all the Zonko's joke shop posters and stuff strewn across his bedroom. And he also has this pot of gold, which I'm not sure why he has one, but I mean, it's a pot of gold. It's kind of cool. So yeah. Last but not least, in the faculty tower, is this statue of Professor Black kind of following you around as you walk around. And I thought that was just kind of a great allusion to like his power and control over the school, as he just wants like absolute control and power and, you know, all that other stuff. And then a little bit, this was a bonus one. I was walking around the herbarium and I just looked up and I saw the Hogwarts castle through the glass. And this might not be all impressive for you and all that, but I mean, taking it from a standpoint of graphics wise, this is amazing to look at. Like the whole distorted effect of looking at it through kind of painted glass and all that. And the fact you can see it so clearly, you can see the details of the cars and stuff. I just wanted to commend the developers once again. That's so amazing. But yeah, that's another set of quick fire classroom details and stuff like that. I thought, and I hope you guys enjoyed that. There's probably going to be more as I continue with the story. I'm taking the story nice and slow, you know, kind of like sipping on something, sipping on a nice cold drink. And you're just enjoying the story like that. So as soon as I have more to report on, I will be back with you guys. But I hope you enjoyed the set, and I hope you guys enjoy still exploring and discovering the world of Hogwarts. I'll see you guys next time.